Everybody, it's Tyler checking out the Lakeshore qualifier with team number 8518 Ripple Robotics. This is a JV team, a 2826 Wave Robotics. So we're going to check out, this is a modified EveryBot. So excited to talk about this robot, what's been modified, especially from the perspective of a rookie team, all here coming up on Behind the Bumpers.
Giving you a voice.
Making it loud our own way.
Welcome to the fun.
We'd like to thank Stryker for their continued support of First Updates Now. Stryker's internship portal is now open and available. Discover internships and rotational programs located around the world, including their headquarters in Michigan, when you go to careers.stryker.com and click on Students and Graduates. We'd also like to thank Kettering University. Kettering University is where robotics students come for their education. Over 30% of those who attend Kettering University were in high school robotics, and you can keep going with their BattleBots, VexU, esports, and First Mentorship programs. If you are a U.S. student grades 8 through 12, scan the QR code to stay up to date on info and events happening at Kettering and get a free Kettering t-shirt when you sign up by December 12th, 2021.
So starting on this robot, Caden, tell me a little bit about the intake, and really, like, when you looked at the 118 EveryBot, how did you approach what they had versus what you're looking at doing?
So one of the things that we saw on the intake was this, the material that they used for this cover that goes over the hopper. We didn't when we were making it, we didn't have it on hand, so we used this instead. It works, so that's what we used.
You know, looking at the roller, the specific intake here, this looks a little bit different. It's a little bit more padded, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about what's going on here.
So we have more padding on it, so it can have more grip when sucking up the balls.
So let's see, can we pull a couple power cells in and we'll actually see them come into the robot there?
Yeah.
So you guys are able to hold 5 in here, right? And you go into the lower port, score it in there as well. When you're looking, you know, when you first started out, what made you even want to look at the EveryBot starting out to say, hey, you know, we're a rookie team, this is kind of the route we want to go. Where was that inspiration, or where did that come from?
I think the inspiration for the EveryBot was to get the new members an opportunity to get a feel for building the robot.
So let's move on here, going on into the climber, and we're going to be going a little bit through that. And we got Lee, who's going to be talking about more about the climber. And then once again, you know, we have an EveryBot, but I'm interested in knowing, you know, when you looked at the EveryBot at what it was, it's hard to do exactly what they did. So tell me about what maybe little modifications there were to it.
Yeah, well, one of the modifications that we had to make because of a different modification with the electrics, where we moved it for better accessibility, is this spring. So we had to cut a hole through our thing and put the spring down here. We had a lot of trouble just like figuring out how it worked too, and that was one of the big challenges with it, but we managed to do that, and it works. We also put a little grippy thing here so that it's a little padded and grips better with electrical tape.
So doing a climber, kind of the first time coming in for a team like this, what were some of the things, like what worked out for you with the 118 EveryBot, and what are some things you maybe had some difficulties with?
Overall, like what worked out was just having a design to go off of, which was always nice, because we don't really know what we're doing because we're a rookie team. But part of the sort of like trouble is sometimes documentation is not always perfect, you know? So like figuring out how things work or why they did things was one of the major challenges of the EveryBot, particularly with this climber, because it's I wouldn't say a sophisticated design, but somewhat hard to figure out and how to put it together.
Fair enough on that. Yeah, totally. So we're going to go over to Jory, who's going to wrap us up on the electronics on this. So, you know, from the electronics wise, really want to talk about your team chose to move the electronics a little bit from what the EveryBot had. So talk to me about that modification and anything else you might want to cover as well.
All right. We decided to move it up from in there because it's a lot easier to access and there's more space too. Also for the emergency stop, it's a lot easier to just quick hit it than if it's buried inside with a bunch of other electronics.
Well, Ripple Robotics 8518, good luck, of course, here at the qualifier event. First event for you, so looking to see, of course, how this goes, but I can't wait to see your team start to grow in future years as well. Thanks for taking the time.
Thanks to Kettering University for their support of this video. Don't just sit in class. Kettering University is the only school in the US that allows you to work as an engineer your first year with their 3-month on, 3-month off co-op programs. If you are a US student grades 8 through 12, scan the QR code to stay up to date on info and events happening at Kettering and get a free Kettering t-shirt when you sign up by December 12th, 2021. We'd like to thank Stryker for their continued support of First Updates Now. Stryker's internship portal is now open and available. Discover internships and rotational programs located around the world, including their headquarters in Michigan, when you go to careers.stryker.com and click on Students and Graduates. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to stay up to date on our new videos. Keep the conversation going and provide your input to our content. Watch our live shows at twitch.tv/firstupdatesnow. Join our Discord at discord.gg/firstupdatesnow and check out Fun FTC on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and First Updates Now on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter.